What we doing here? Hmm? I mean, I guess what we're doing here is today we're addressing the Winners Talking podcast and Sly Sterling. So salute Big Doug and salute to the Sterlings. Now, I suppose I'll start with you, Pounds. Makes sense. I'm accountable for stating your name online. I put out an episode where I talked about, I sent you a DM in your Instagram regarding forwarding on your show to promote my music, my EP. I'm an emotional person. It's the mixed race in me, you know. Um, but I messaged you. I didn't see a response. So then what I do, I just look over a case of events where you're right, I do have your number and I sent you my EP to your WhatsApp number. But it wasn't read. There was no response to it. So I didn't think nothing of it. I thought, everybody's busy like you stated, right? Everybody's busy. So I said, cool. And I'm not one to really pre these, no response was, but if I think we're cool, then I believe at some point I get my reply, right? So I sent you the artwork to the EP. You did mention putting my mixtape cover on your story. And that's love, bro. That was last year. Hence why I thought, we're cool. Send you my EP now. My EP came out in May this year. I see you didn't read it. It wasn't read. No problem. I then send you the Instagram DM, which I'm referring to. That was unread. So when I started to do this content thing on my platform, I said, all I'm going to do is talk about my truths, what I've experienced in the game, talk about music, talk about other certain things in the media at some point, talk about football at some point, but that's what I'm going to talk about. So when I addressed you, it wasn't from a place of malice, ill intent, just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Now, seeing your response today, where you stated, I got your number, so I must be doing it for views. I was highly offended. Totally disagreed. Said to myself, he's saying all sorts of things, but none of it's making sense to me. If you think that I'm doing it for views, wouldn't I don't know, people that do things for views, they seem to do quite a lot. A lot. Say a lot, and do a lot. I wouldn't say me saying to you what happened, plan of events, is me doing that for numbers, because nobody cares, bro. And you know that, you're on the internet. Nobody cares, bro. Here today, gone tomorrow. Yeah? So never for views, my bro. Needed to be said because it made me feel like I was referring to picking sides. People in the industry picking sides. That's how you made me feel. So you say I could have phoned you, right? Could you not have phoned me when you saw my response on the internet? I'm just asking. I was asking. You got my number, right? Because I started thinking maybe he's changed his number. WhatsApp hasn't been read. But then when the DM to your gram wasn't read, I was like, okay, what are you doing there? Strange. But you know, like, okay, left it for a minute. And then by the time I'm starting my content, I thought this is something I need to speak on because I can't be the only one that this happens to in this industry. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know. So it had nothing to do with views. Nothing at all. And I guess the perception is that of me. And I get that. I'm on the internet. I'm in the firing line, as they say. I'll take whatever comes with that. Rightly, wrongly, falsely accused, whatever it is, I understand it, bro. I'm not going to get emotional about it. I wouldn't have put myself in this position to then be sitting back getting emotional about comments and how people think. It is what it is, bro. I don't take myself that serious. But I don't know what your lot's perception of me is. That's for you lot to decide. So I hope that clears that up, bro. Because it was sad when I saw Doug say that you man bigged up the platform just a few days before I put my statement up. And I say statement, you know, I'm not him. Which brings me to you, Doug. Huh? And me and Doug, we send messages on the Instagram back and forth. I believe it to be cool. I know P's your guy. So you might feel away about what I said, and I get that, bro. Loyalty. You know, it's only right. But when you said to me, Doug, I forwarded in the game wrong, I could have made alliances with him. No, I'm referring to. I said to myself, Doug, we're from the streets, right? We don't make alliances with snitches, Doug. So then I was confused. The man them are saying all sorts of things. Sounds like it's leading to all sorts of quids. And I'm just here thinking, what we doing here? Make alliances with a snitch to benefit myself. I don't stand for that, bro. Do you see what I'm saying here? How I'm reading the room? P saying, I'm doing it for views. You're saying, I could have made a better chess move and been cool with him. What we doing here? I'm cool, bro. I'm easy. 31 days every day, content so far. Just starting, bro. I don't need no alliance. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to nobody. Everything public knowledge, you understand? Correct me if I'm wrong. So then I move on to Sly Sterling, and I don't know who Sly Sterling is. I've heard his music though. And I think, like I said, I've detached from being emotional. It's difficult. But I see the sarcasm. I see the, what did you quote? I wasn't ready. What wasn't I ready for? What, you think I'm pressed about him taking my slogan? My slogan? You know, say life is a crazy thing right now, and you think, say, I'm pressed about a slogan. You know how many slogans I have? I'm not pressed about any one of them. But you should know, think say man can take my slogan and run with it is a different thing. But Sly Sterling, I'm gonna want an apology from you at some point, buddy. But we'll get to that. So yeah, I'm confused. We're all from the streets, right? But I'm pressed about a slogan. My brother said it to me from time. You know what to do. Trademark your things, them, and pattern up. I said to bro, you know, but I'm just going to build my platform. Slow motion better than no motion. Once we're there, we start to pattern. Remember, if I didn't get into a back and forth with him, we wouldn't be talking about slogans being trademarked and the rest of it, right? He's over there doing all sorts of things for all sorts of quids. It's crazy. What are we doing here? So bear that in mind. The slogan's the least of my worries, and he knows that. You know what I mean? But all will be revealed. You know the things say. Things say I'm around certain business people and I'm not going to have knowledge of how to move and how to pattern. And come on, man. We all know what bad faith is, right? So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Because again, I don't want to come across disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? That's not my agenda. Speak on my name, I shall reply. It's that simple. You know? So like you lot said, wish everybody the best. And that's a fact. You know where you're at? It's the landing. What we doing here?
Yo, let me drop something with a deeper meaning. Cause lately, what I'm speaking give a deeper feeling. While I'm walking with them angels, I'm seeing demons. Looking like they wanna holler me, it seem appealing. Same time I've been swerving them, I hear him call my name but it don't sound right. Like a London guy speaking and it sound like he from Birmingham. The dungeon's quite peak but I'm down to put some work in them. I saw them cables, brought them close and started turning them. I see my friends turn snake and I felt like I should lurk on them, but